Don't place a trade based on what you'll see in this video because there is no guarantees of making a profit in the market. It takes you a long time to become a good trader. So this video here is just to educate you to become a much better trader. Hey traders, I'm giving away 100% free access to my brand new breakthrough full trading course. This is 8 videos over 10 hours of pure amazing and powerful strategies. This is my most powerful systems and strategies that I've used for the last 16 years. And I'm giving it away for free. So this is what I want you to do right now. I want you to go to johnsfreegift.com, or there should be a link around here somewhere, a button or in the description or somewhere in there. Click on that and you can go get free access to my brand new breakthrough trading course. So go to johnsfreegift.com right now. Go to that right now, guys. You can get full, complete, free membership access. Go do that right now. Hey traders, John Howell here. Today, well, it's actually for me anyway. It is. Why is my order flow just come up? I'm just looking at for something. My order sheet just appeared. Anyway, the thing right now, guys, I'm going to be sharing with you I'm just going to go through some charts. Right now, it's Sunday morning for me, and there's a few things that I've been looking at when it comes to the crypto market, gold and silver. You know, and even some tech stocks. So I just want to this is just a video just to go through through what I'm seeing right now. Let's actually start off with Bitcoin, and that's going to be obviously the title of this video. Is that most people will be shocked about what's going on. Let's actually go back to Bitcoin here for a minute. The good old BTC. And right now we're getting a bit of a pullback right now when it comes to Bitcoin. Now, guys. What I did a video yesterday and I was talking about Bitcoin, I was talking about the cryptocurrencies, and also when it comes to gold and silver as well too. I think gold and silver right now, guys, and I'll touch more just a minute on gold, and why I think gold is just a screaming there's so much opportunities out there screaming in front of us right now, to just do really well. But let's have a look at Bitcoin here for a minute. We can see that Bitcoin, if I take my logarithmic chart off, you can see that the last high with Bitcoin was back here around 20,000. And most bubbles, and as I was mentioning yesterday, most bubbles do come back and retrace pretty much 100% of the bubble. So, you know, we may even get a bit of a flash crash down to 12,000 when it comes to Bitcoin. Now, one thing that's really interesting is so many people are focused on Bitcoin, right? Everyone is about Bitcoin because it's math, because it's this, because it's that. But, you know, to me, I truly believe the Ethereum market, which I have traded, the Ethereum market is Ethereum market is the one that's going to be more valuable. To me, it's more valuable than Bitcoin. I was having a chat with a friend yesterday about the whole network, and we're talking about how we know we're going to a digital currency, right? The digital currency is coming, and it's coming at a rapid rate, and we know that probably in 10-20 years time frame, I'd say 20 years time frame to be to be sort of, you know, a conservative approach, meaning that we're going to be a cash society. There's going to be some sort of digital currency. We know that, right? Evolution and the way things are going, things are starting to happen in that way when it comes to the Bitcoin market and the cryptocurrency. So there's going to be digital currency, and so we're talking about that. And you know, like I was saying, I 100% agree. But what is also is important when it comes to that is what are these, because we're talking, right? And I don't know, leave a comment below, let me know what you think about this when it comes to this. Me and my mate were talking about how right now if I transfer money to you, it goes from my bank account to your bank account, from my bank to your bank, then to your account. Where when you transfer cryptos, right, it's instant. That's right. It's like boom, it's there. And I think that's the next evolution, right, of finances and so on and so forth. Things are happening through there. And so, guys, leave a comment below and let me know what you think about that. Do you guys actually transfer money in cryptocurrencies? Do you guys do that? Because I know my mate, he's always transferring. Like, what do you pay? Do you want Bitcoin? Do you want Ethereum? And then boom, it's instant, right? It's there, and it's quite amazing. It's like the next level credit card, but much faster. And so it's really interesting to see all that. And now, anyway, so one thing I'm seeing when it comes to these markets, I'm seeing people with Bitcoin, and Bitcoin may be the one that's around. But I was also saying to my friend yesterday that right now, I would hate to have Bitcoin as my main source of currency, because just like we've seen with Bitcoin, right? 1 minute, this up here at 60,000, that's like saying, oh, you know what? Your purchasing power can now buy a Ferrari. And then suddenly 30 days later, you're like, actually, you know what? No, you can't buy the Ferrari, but you still could buy maybe a Mercedes. Do you know what I'm saying? As like, I can't see how Bitcoin can be the backing of the currency just yet, because it's too volatile, way too volatile. It's more volatile than any of the actual currencies out there right now. Like, yes, the dollar is getting devalued, but we don't see major swings like that when it comes to the dollar, and when it comes to Bitcoin there. But guys, on top of all what I'm seeing here when it comes to Bitcoin, when it comes to Ethereum, is that I just don't know how inflation is going to be an impact, because I see inflation is going to be major impact on gold, and we're in an inflationary time. And actually, me and my mate were talking about this. Well, actually, my mate was saying, he said, 10 years time frame, this inflation, your kids are going to be your kids are going to be paying for this inflation moving forward. And I said, yes, interest rates as well, because everything goes in history, right? Everything goes through, everything goes in cycles. We go through a really high interest rate period for a couple of decades, and then we go through a decreasing low period of interest rates. So we all know what's coming. Like, what's coming over the next 20 years is what? A steadily rise in interest rates again. Inflation, like all the things that haven't been for the last, say, 20 years, is everything that hasn't happened for the last, say, 20 years. But what was happening prior to the last 20 years. So let me just do this here. And this is how you can see, right? So if I just make a little drawing here. So if you see from today, go back 20 years, we've had what? Low inflation. We really haven't had much inflation at all, and low interest rates. Go back prior 20 years, what do we had? We had the 70s. I think I'm right about there. Yeah. So we had the 70s. I think that's actually a bit later than that. So go back 20 years, that's 2020. Go back 20 years, that's 1980, right? So actually, it's actually a bit further. So about 30 years, 1970 was when we started seeing high inflation. And then also high inflation, the double I, high inflation and high interest rates. We all had a lot of pressure in the 70s through to actually the 30-year period through here. And then the last 20, 30 years, we've had the opposite, right? And so this here, we had a pushing of up interest rates. They were the days, right, where you had, if I had $3 million and I put it into an account of a 10% interest rate, then oh my goodness, I'd be making, or if I had $1 million and I put it in the bank account and they could give me a 10% interest rate, I could be making $100,000. Stuff like that you've heard in the past. So now we've had a pushing of interest, back here we've had a pushing of interest rates. Down here we've had a lowering of interest rates. So now what has been is not what's going to be. We're not entering this new world order is not going to be what has been for the last 20 years. What was this here is what's going to be again, right? Because there's nothing new under the sun, right? There is absolutely just nothing new. And even the good book, the Bible, actually says that. And I actually took a screenshot of that. I'm looking at my phone right now. And if you guys look up Ecclesiastes 1 verses 9, what has been will be again. What has been done will be done again. there is nothing new under the sun, right? So history repeats, things keep happening again and again and again for the same cause-effect relationships. And the more we can see this, right, so the more it's like, it's so obvious what we're going to go through. And like, as you can see with gold, right, gold is very similar to Bitcoin, right? Because it goes through these periods of nothing going on, then we see major spikes, you know, for a year or so, and then so on and so forth. So we can see what's happening through there. That's why I'm very, very, very bullish on gold, because this high inflationary period we're going through right now is going to be definitely bullish for gold, and especially as they continue to hammer the crap to the downside of the US dollar by printing the money. That's going to be so bullish for gold. So anyway. So I was actually looking. I was doing a bit of analysis on Bitcoin, and right now we're looking at a normal chart, and what I was looking at was the logarithmic chart. So I was looking at this logarithmic chart. I'm like, oh, look at this here, and so this logarithmic chart. I'm looking at a weekly chart here, so you can see it goes back to all the way back to the 2020, and I was drawing some trend lines and just doing some analysis on my beautiful Sunday morning here, getting ready for the markets. I'm just so excited, guys. I'm so excited for the opportunities that are coming around. You know, guys, and in that free trading course, well, if you go to johnsfreegift.com, that's JOHNS, johnsfreegift.com, or there should be a link in the description. In that trading course, I teach you about chart reading, but also give you a couple of different trading systems you can start to use right now. But I was looking at this from a logarithmic perspective, and look at this here. Let me take these lines off the screen here. Firstly, if Bitcoin ever gets back down towards this level here, so let's actually do this here, right? So if Bitcoin ever gets back down to, let's actually bring this, where is, so if Bitcoin ever gets back down towards this sort of low level through here, it's probably going to be a major buying opportunity. So if Bitcoin ever gets back down to this level through here, which is the 20s, maybe even the lows sort of teens or mid to low teens, sort of 10 to 15,000, somewhere maybe even 20,000. That's probably going to be a major buy opportunity. Now, the interesting thing about Bitcoin here is that, and again, guys, this video here is just me rambling on and talking to you about all the different thoughts that are going through my mind across the different markets when it comes to interest rates, inflation, and all that sort of stuff. So that's just my thoughts about this, and hopefully some of this stuff really helps you moving forward. So I was actually doing some analysis. I'm like, okay then, so I can see that from back here, I can see from, this is where the last major peak was, and this here was when we actually broke that previous peak to go for another big bull move. Okay, cool. So then we actually went from there to there, all right? So we can see that this pullback here, and then the breaking of the high. I'm like, okay. So we also can see as well too that this was the high, and this was the breaking. This was the breaking of that high point there. So it's like, okay, then we saw that, and so like I'm looking at this and I'm measuring this, and bear with me here. I can see if I measure this, it's roughly 80 to 85%. But if I look at time, as in like how far it actually fell, roughly around 85% on a maximum level, as you can see. Oh, disappeared on me. There we go. All right, so we can see here from a maximum of 85%. It's actually probably a bit higher than that. Or it's around 85% there. But it also was around about 1,200 days as well too, because we're looking at a weekly chart here. So every single one of these is 7 days, 7 trading days, or actually 7 days. And so we can see that it was from the high to the breaking of the high was 1,200 days. But the dip here was roughly around 85%. Look what happened last time as well too. Now we're moving back here from the high to the breaking of the high. And if I bring up this here as well, if I bring up from the high point and I bring this, then I bring this down from there to there, and I move this over, look at this here. So we had a drop of, that's 80%. I've actually done it from the slide from the high. So it's probably, again, 80 to 85%. And so, but look at this here. It also took roughly around this is actually 1100 days, which is roughly around 40 weeks, somewhere over there, to actually break a new high and then go for another run to the upside, as you can see. And we've gone for another run through here. It'd be interesting to see actually if yeah. So look at this here. So last time we broke, we went for a run, and this other moving average I just drew on. Let me actually bring this off here for a minute. This is the 20 moving average. You can see how the market stayed above, and we kept stepping up. But as soon as we got below here, that's where we went through a bit of a dip. And same here, right? Once we actually broke above this sort of 1200 days, so both of these times was an 80 to 85% crash, followed by roughly 1100 plus days later, getting ready to go for a big bull run. This here had an 80% crash, getting ready for another big bull run. And you can see that almost every time we've gotten these pullbacks, it slightly pulled back here and then broke back above. We went for another run. And so we're getting actually a bit of a pullback here. And so it wouldn't surprise me to actually see a bit of a drop to the downside. Now, here's the really interesting thing, that as a trader for yourself, guys, it's so important to be flexible. Like, I don't know what's definitely going to happen, but we can always respond to what the market's doing. So if I'm looking at Bitcoin here now, if I'm looking at Bitcoin right here, and I'm like, you know what, I'm looking at Bitcoin and we've had this move up, we've had this pullback. Yes, we may continue down towards these major low levels here of support, you know, and maybe just maybe this X marks the spot's going to be the case, meaning that this whole level through here, if Bitcoin ever did get back down to this level here, guys, it's going to be a major buying opportunity. But maybe, just maybe, and again, this is where you need to like I don't know, guys, because I'm not in Bitcoin right now, but if I was looking to get into Bitcoin, I need to be alert of some things that I need to look out for. So if we can see that that Bitcoin's been in this level through here, right? And then we get a bit of a pullback. We're getting a bit of a pullback now. If Bitcoin for some reason starts to hold this level here on this weekly charts, and we start to hold here, that's going to be a significant higher low in the markets. Move up, and then a pullback. So if we can get a pullback here and we start to get a 50 to a 60% retracement and that holds, and then we start to do this, and especially if we start to break above new highs, then that would tell me that this high low is the low, and then we're probably going to go for another one of these moves again. So firstly, I see this market retracing pretty much down through here somewhere, probably even 20,000. But if it doesn't, and I am wrong about that, then I need to be alert, because I may even have an opportunity to invest in this. Now, for me, guys, I think to me, I believe Ethereum is the platform to be on long term. But I still, as I said in yesterday's video, right, I still believe that we're in part of, or we may be in, that washing away period where 90% of these BS coins that are out there are going to get washed away. Just like in the tech bubble days, we went through a massive boom, and then when we had the massive crash, most of the coins got washed away, or most of the companies that weren't even making money in the dot-com days got washed away. A few stand the test of times. They become better and better and better, and before you know it, you would have made a fortune over the last 20 years doing that. That's the same thing that's how I see crypto right now, and so I'm waiting for that blood on the streets for me personally, and then I'm going to be holding, and I'm going to make a fortune. 20 years from now, I'm going to look back and I'm going to be making millions and millions of dollars just from that one decision. But to me, we're not there yet. I still need to be patient. It's a big thing I need to be, for me personally, because I'm just like raging, wanting to be in the crypto market. But I'm just being patient, and I'm just like, you know what? My time will come. My time will come when there's blood on the streets and no one wants to get involved with it, and we see that big meltdown again. My time will come. So if we do start to look at my first scenario is we continue to see this pullback through here. The second scenario is that if we do see some sort of a holding point through here, and we do start to see that pattern that I just said there a minute ago, where we start to pull up, then looking at this here, right, and we look at this level here. If I start to draw some trend lines here, so let me take that off the screen now, and I'm just going to draw some peaks to peaks. I'm going to draw another trend line here on the crypto market. So I'm going to draw from this peak here. Wrong one. We need to go to hooray. Third time's the charm. Not that one. Which one is it? Oh man. Here we go. There we go. Right, and I draw a little channel thingy-me-jiggy of where we're at right now. You can see we're in this big massive channel, and as you can see, we've had this really good level of support through here. You can see this is a major level of support. So when we're looking at projections, here's the thing, that this projection of this major channel is just absolutely just crazy, right? Yes, we could see Bitcoin up here at not 100,000, right? Because if you look at this major channel, to me, it doesn't look like this major channel says, okay, the top of this is going to be 100,000, right? To me, this says, and depending how long it takes, right? We could be up at 2, even 300,000 when it comes to Bitcoin. It's crazy, right? So here's the thing, is that if we do start to, once again, start to hold here, and we start to rally out back up again, we start to get a higher low, that's going to be significant. And then I believe if we get that and we don't get much more of a pullback here, then I believe we could then start to see a nice move up all the way up to this other side of the channel. And depending on how long that takes, that could be a 200,000 plus print. See, some people say 100,000 there. Like that's, if you look at, see, I'm looking at the big massive picture here, and this is what I love to do. I'm looking at this big massive picture. This big massive picture to me on Bitcoin right now is telling me, like, hang on a minute, like this, if we do start to hold here, or even if we don't, we come back down here and then we start to step back up. Where's the overall projection? And if we stay in this channel, then it could be 400,000. It's crazy, right? Absolutely crazy when we're seeing this sort of stuff through here. So, just some stuff. I've been doing some, a lot of stuff on all these different markets. I think, guys, across these markets, when it comes to gold, like the gold market as well, I've just been doing some analysis and some time analysis and looking at the different things and so on and so forth. And I've also been looking at the RSI as well. And actually, let's take this off the screen here for a minute. I've been looking at the RSI and what's been going on with that and so on and so forth. And what's been going on with gold. We really need to see gold pick up from here. On the short term, guys, if gold drops, then we know this is that big picture thinking, okay, guys? Not tomorrow, because we may see a drop tomorrow, but big picture thinking, exactly what I said at the start of the video: higher inflation, also higher interest rates, high inflation, dollar getting crashed. It's gonna be. Oh, actually, no, not high interest rates. Forget that. That's a question mark for me. The thing is that high interest rates may even cause the bubble to prick even more. The government bubble, the big government debt bubble, and that may even be bullish for it. But definitely the printing of money that's happening right now is definitely going to be bearish for dollar, bullish for that, and inflation as well too. So it may be this whole flattening out period we've been getting with gold may even last a lot longer. It really may. But when we start to really break above up to new highs again, then that's when you can start to see this thing go to $3,000, $4,000, even $5,000. I have a $3,000 minimum target on a conservative basis. Once we start to break above these new highs, then I have a target of 3,000 when it comes to gold there. And silver, I think silver for me right now we're actually getting a bit of a breakout of this channel, this sort of channel through here. So silver might be getting ready for another bit of a short-term flush on the downside, because we have broken out of this level. We've got a bit of a flush down. So there actually may be a short-term opportunity for me there somewhere. Maybe. We'll have to wait and see. So anyway, guys, that's a bit of an update. Just some things that I wanted to share with you today when it comes to the overall, some things that are just on my mind when it comes to Bitcoin, when it comes to what's moving forward. Again, just a bit of a recap. I see gold and silver being crazy bull markets. Short term, we may see a bit more of a shake and bake. but I see them being crazy bull markets. And especially what's going on right now, especially the mining stocks, especially the gold junior miner stocks, guys. I'm telling you, it may take some more time for those things overall start to really ramp up. But the gold junior miner stocks, guys, are just gonna go absolutely just burko. Right now on a short-term basis, short-term meaning over the next 6 months, I see that the tech sector is the main sector I'm focusing on. So I see tech sector just going absolutely just crazy. I'm already in the tech sector. I'm actually looking at Amazon myself. I'm really really looking at Amazon. This pullback we've been getting, this very short-term pullback, is absolutely just incredible. And I'm loving it so much. I am just loving it so much. Because once we start to break above this 3,600, I see Amazon start the race to 4,000. I'm already in Adobe myself. Look at this awesome Adobe move. I've been in Adobe now for over a week over a few weeks, and Adobe's starting to break out now. Microsoft's starting to make a very big move. I'm in Microsoft and Adobe myself. And even Apple, right? Apple, to me, when I'm looking at Apple, even from a logarithmic chart as well, right? Look at this squeezing of this pattern through here. Apple's about to make a nice breakout, I believe, and go for one side. I truly believe, guys, that, and as you've heard me talk about in today's video, and there's so much that I can teach you about history and cycles. And I was actually saying to my mate that, history, nothing ever changes. History is the same. What was before is what's going to happen. What was before is not what's going to be. But what was before is what's going. What was before is not what is. Right. So let's actually look at this here. I'm going to go into actually look at this here. If I'm just going to look at things like, let's actually keep it really simple here. We look at a lot of the bank stocks. Let's just call it the bank stocks. And let's just call it tech stocks, right? Yes, you can call it growth stocks and value stocks and blah, blah, right? Keep it really simple. What was happening here for a period of time, what was tech stocks were going to the moon, weren't they? Now, what has been? Bank stocks have been going to the moon, but this, so this what is right now is flattening of what? Nothing for almost 12 months almost 12 months on a lot of these a lot of the tech stocks, a lot of the tech stocks. But what is right now is a pretty good boom market in the bank stocks. So that's what is and what is here. So to me, I believe what was is what's likely to be again, which is a tech boom. And what was, I believe, we're probably going to get a bit of a slowdown, a S for, all right, a slowdown. I believe we're likely to get a bit of a slowdown when it comes to a lot of, those other stocks that are not tech stocks, right? So whatever you want to call them, right? It's like things like bank stocks and so on and so forth. We may get a slowdown on them. We may not. I don't know. But I'm really confident. And heck, I'm actually in the QQQ as well too. So I'm in the QQQ. I've got options on the QQQ. I've got options in Microsoft. I've got options in Adobe. And I'm even actually looking to right now as I speak. I'm very close to actually even buying Amazon. Actually just buying the stock. I was looking at option prices. But I might even just buy Amazon, the actual stock itself, because I see Amazon being a crazy bull market coming soon. And on a minimum basis, guys, I see Amazon's target to me is a 4,000 plus print. But we could see Amazon, if just looking at this here, let's actually do this. Let me see if I can bring up the weekly chart. So looking at Amazon, this is Amazon's weekly long-term chart. Oh, wow. Look at that. Oh, there we go. Right. So looking at Amazon's long-term weekly chart through here, we can see that we've been in some sort of a... wrong one. All right. Stop. I'm clicking buttons. Now we can go through to here. All right, so I'm just drawing a long-term trend line from there to there. Right, right from there to there, as you can see. And now we're squeezing up into this triangle pattern. So I do see, actually, I see roughly about a 20% rise coming out of Amazon. So if I just measure that, I'm looking at this big long-term sort of what has been, nothing much going on, was probably likely to be, especially what we're getting here right now. So we're just getting a very, very nice move. So I see a 20% move coming out of Amazon. So once we break up, let's actually do this here, a 20% move. 20%, 20%, 20%, 20%. Oh yeah, yep. So yeah, there you go. So 20% is around that 4,000. I see Amazon hitting around that 4,000 mark, and possibly even a lot higher when looking at Amazon as well too. So there's a lot of things that, guys, I do see a lot with the tech sector. The point I'm trying to guess, with here, guys, is that these are my thoughts that I'm seeing across the board when it comes to the crypto market. In a nutshell, I'm not heavily invested in the crypto market right now. In fact, I'm not even in the crypto market, because there's going to become a washing away period with most of these things just get washing away. That's the time I'm going to be investing in that. I may trade crypto, meaning get in, get out on a short-term basis. I think crypto is going to be phenomenal trading opportunities, right? Because of what's there. So that's that there. I do see what's massive bullish moves coming this decade for the metals and miners, and even commodities with inflation. And then also, guys, on the next 6 months or so, I see massive moves coming out of the tech sector. And again, it's already happening right now. We're starting to see the move right now. And even when it comes to the Nasdaq, the Nasdaq's already starting to. Let's actually go back to the daily chart now. Right, the Nasdaq's even already starting to break up out of this level here. So I do see a crazy, at the end of the day, crazy massive bull and crazy massive boom market to the upside, guys. And this massive boom that we're halfway there when it comes to the stock market is then going to be followed by one of the biggest crashes in history. Hope this helps you out today, guys. Here's a bit of a weekly recap about across all markets and what I'm seeing moving forward. Talk to you soon, guys. Hey traders, I'm giving away 100% free access to my brand new breakthrough full trading course. This is 8 videos over 10 hours of pure amazing and powerful strategies. This is my most powerful systems and strategies that I've used for the last 16 years, and I'm giving it away for free. So this is what I want you to do right now. I want you to go to johnsfreegift.com, or there should be a link around here somewhere, a button or in the description or somewhere in there. Click on that and you can go get free access to my brand new breakthrough trading course. So go to johnsfreegift.com right now. Go to that right now, guys. You can get full, complete, free membership access. Go do that right now.